What's up, guys? Spin Firearms here, and today we're going to talk about the Taurus GX4 and if it's complete trash. Now, I get a ton of comments whenever I make a video about Taurus GX4, and there's people that absolutely love it, or any Taurus product. They absolutely love it. It's amazing. It's the best thing in the world. Or there's the people that absolutely hate it, can't stand it. It's a Taurus. I won't touch it. Now, where I stand on it is I think this is a great firearm. The one issue I did have with it, like I said, I got this very early on. Within the first week, it was put out in stores. And this did have the trigger problem where it didn't reset. I mean, it didn't fire until about 5-10 seconds later, even like 30 seconds later at some point. So you'd pull the trigger, nothing would happen, and then 20 seconds later, you'd hear the firing pin. It was a little nerve-wracking and actually very disappointing because I really liked my Taurus G3Cs. Anyways, I sent it in, and Taurus had it back to me within 3 weeks. Since then, not a single issue. I ran all kinds of ammo through this, from the crappiest to the best ammo, not a single malfunction. Now, it's very weird because it has ties to the P365 that not a lot of people know about. So the P365, someone who is big in developing the P365 actually went over to Taurus right before this firearm came out. And it's sort of weird because this had that trigger problem where everyone knows that the 6-hour P365 had issues when it first came out. This was not a perfect firearm either. So here you have a $500, $550, $600 firearm, and here you have I got this for $250, and this one had issues when I first got it, and this had issues when this firearm first came out. Obviously, the P365 has gone through a lot and on different generations, and right now it's a great firearm with zero issues for most people. But when it first came out, that was not the case. This had a lot of issues that a lot of people will sweep under the rug. So when all these people are talking down on the Taurus GX4 and stuff like that about the trigger reset issues or the firing pin issues and stuff like that, they often forget that a higher end, more expensive carry firearm, double stack micro 9, the P365 also had terrible issues. Now, it wasn't the same issues as the GX4, but it had issues. And I just think it's sort of crazy that the two are related in that way, because someone who was very big in these firearms development worked for SIG, and now they work for Taurus. But anyways, we'll get back into it. If you just take that for what it is, an early production firearm, and actually look at this now, Taurus found out that there's a lot of problems happening. So immediately their team jumps on it and finds a way to solve the issue. And so right here is my GX4, not a single issue through it. I think I have like 2,500 rounds or so since that issue happened. Not a single malfunction. And what I will say is the GX4 for its size is better shooting than the Hellcat. It's about even with the Shield Plus. It's a little worse than the CSX, and I have a feeling that it's going to shoot better than the 6-hour P365. And the reason why is the SIG is so small, and the GX4 has stainless steel reinforcements throughout the frame. And this thing just shoots great for its size. The trigger is awesome. A lot of people talked down on it when I made the video about best everyday carry triggers, but here you go. Very short and a very crisp trigger pull, and then very short reset. I love the Taurus GX4 trigger. I really like it. And with a 13+1 setup here, 11+1 and 11+1 with the flush, or with that little pinky extension that just hangs off a little bit. This is an awesome pocket pistol, an awesome everyday carry firearm. Obviously, it's a budget firearm, like I said, but there's nothing wrong with budget firearms. I mean, I could get a P365 that, this weekend I shoot at the range and it malfunctions every couple rounds. It's that in particular firearm, how much testing you've done that makes it reliable. I can put 100 rounds through this and have a couple issues, and people would probably still say the P365 is more reliable than this Taurus GX4 that's had zero issues through 2,500 rounds or so. And that's just how people are going to be. They root for their brand that they like the best. But in all honesty, the Taurus GX4 is a great firearm. And if you have $250 to spend on a carry firearm, it's a great option. Now, do I trust this with my life? That's a big question we got to ask ourselves when it comes to carry firearms. I honestly believe that 2,500 rounds through a firearm with zero issues means you can definitely carry it. And that's just my opinion. Now, I like other firearms better, so that is why I don't carry this firearm. But I would trust my life with this if I had to. And it has a better finish than the GX4 has. And like I said, it's one of the best, most ergonomic feeling micro 9s. It just feels great in your hand, and obviously you can swap it out for the other back strap, but it just feels awesome in your hand and it feels natural. Honestly, the Taurus GX4, sorry guys, is the furthest thing from trash.